I mean, I got Kanye in that conversation. I really do.
You know what?
I really do.
I had a conversation with my wife and a few others. I said, some people say you can't separate the person from the music, but I'm like, in some cases you got to. Graduation is my favorite album. Graduation got me through high school and college.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I can't be mad at that. I can't.
Some people may say, like, of course, what's the first album called?
College Dropout.
College Dropout. Late Registration.
Late Registration is the second album I ever owned.
Yeah, that one too. I think I had the I ain't had the album, but I had downloaded the School and Chop one, the School and Chop version.
Really? Okay.
You remember when School and Chop was
yeah, of course, yeah.
Especially down here, but Graduation, like, I mean, when that shit came out, 10th grade year, that album to me is maybe.
I could just sit here and jam out with you listening to that shit.
Yeah, for me, it's top 10 all time.
Top 10 albums all time?
Yeah, for me.
I know, I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. I mean, there's a lot of songs I would say yes. Like, Homecoming.
Yeah.
I think there's too much pop on that album for me, personally, to say, like, oh, it's one of the greatest hip-hop albums. Although Kanye deserves to be up there in that conversation, no matter which album you're talking about. For me, Kanye's best album is My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
You know what? I was so late and I was so mad because that shit came out my senior year. And I listened to it maybe last year or the year before.
Really?
Yeah.
Last year or the year before?
Cause I ain't like, you know how, like,
I'm fucking mad for you, bro. I'm fucking mad
like,
for
you. Know
you.
When you look, cause I knew, of course, the singles that came out of that.
Yeah.
Like Monster and all that. Yeah.
Monster.
But I'm like, I ain't want to listen to that shit. Like, it got all like the album cover to me at the time. I ain't appreciate it.
Yeah.
But then when I heard the album cover plus when I heard the album, I'm like, yeah, that album was to me the best album for the last decade. 2010.
I just think it's Kanye's best work.
Yeah. Like
I think
that
that's
and
what it
Pimp
is.
the Butterfly is.
Oh, those two.
Yeah. And Forest Hill Drive.
I love Forest Hills Drive. It's a hard conversation to have. It really is. But I definitely, like, if I was going to compare those three, I got To Pimp a Butterfly and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy over Forest Hills Drive.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I fucking love Forest Hills Drive. It's a great album. But I just think all the different elements that went into both of those albums, I think I would have to give it to Kanye as best album, but best hip-hop album, I'm giving it to Pimp a Butterfly. Best album is going to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Like, if you're having that conversation. I'm talking about hip-hop, rap category is going to Pimp a Butterfly for me.
Because My Dark Twisted Fantasy is like a movie. Like, it's like
a lot of elements to it.
Each track is like, I don't know, to me, it's like it's a new chapter or something like that.
Yeah. So, which I would feel that way about To Pimp a Butterfly as well. I would say that too. I just don't think there's like R&B and jazz elements in that, but there's like more pop or more
like classical music and
classical. You could say there's a lot of classical involved in My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Right.
Both gorgeous albums. It's hard to have that conversation for me, anyway.
And so you said Kanye's your fourth. Who's your last one? The fifth one.
Who's my last one? Shit, it's hard for me to try to not give it to an artist that is new. I want to give it to Eminem because he kind of deserves it as far as rappers go. He just fell off really hard in my face, in my opinion.
The last album was I liked it.
I didn't like it. I only liked a couple tracks.
There was some songs like in the middle. I forgot the name of the songs, but it was in the middle. I like Eminem. You didn't have to put that on the. From the beginning, the intro was hard. Yeah. It started, you know what I'm saying?
What I tell everyone is, he needs to stop fucking yelling at the mic. He needs to start talking to the mic again. And that's when people will want to listen.
Don't you feel like that with Wayne though? Because I heard Wayne album.
I don't listen to Wayne shit anymore at all.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong. The best Wayne album is Carter 2.
We had this conversation. I'm not gonna lie. The first one I like. Carter 2 is up there now. Don't get me wrong. It's Carter 2, but Carter 1 is like my personal favorite.
I think that I don't like the Carter 1 as much because of his voice. He didn't find his sound in that album for me.
Carter 2 broke him up.
Right. I think that he really found his sound in Carter 2. and it wasn't commercial, but it was still him.
Yeah.
That's when he went to Carter 3 and it was commercial.
Carter 3 was commercial.
Yeah. Which I still like Carter 3. I even like parts of the Carter 4.
Yeah, it was like T.I. album, I think it was King. That album was too commercial for me.
I haven't heard that album, to be honest with you.
It was good though. Like,
I was never a big T.I. fan.
Why
Never.
not?
Only a few tracks here and there. He sounds the same to me all the time. All the fucking time. He has no diversity to him for me.
I feel you, yeah.
That's how I feel. I mean, that's just my opinion. I know.
That's the beauty of music. Everybody got their own opinions and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I never want to sound like I know it all. To someone, it's gonna come off sounding ignorant. You know, like sure, I lack knowledge in a lot of subjects or a lot of artists' discographies. So I always try to make it contingent on what I think I know. You know.
So when I have my round table, I have to have you there. Nah, for real, because I've been trying to get a round table for a while, but I don't want nobody to have their emotions attached.
Yeah.
Like, you can, but you can't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I can't be mad if, like, all right, I want Ludacris on top, but then someone say Busta Rhymes. You know what I'm saying? Or I want T up there, but someone say Lupe. To me, Lupe is so unappreciated.
He really is, for sure.
Like,
I could agree with that 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not speaking from the point of view of like the biggest Lupe fan. Man's a legend, for sure.
I have a theory though about why he fell off.
Why?
I think he did that on purpose because I feel like, was he signed with Atlantic at the time?
Atlantic when?
I think, was the first 3 albums he was signed with them, or that was the one with Lasers?
I can't say for sure. I loved Lasers though. I did love Lasers. But I can't say that I know for sure.
I think when Lasers, around that time, I felt like he came. He wasn't in his element. He was trying to be commercial. You know, Lupe came out of nowhere. Like Lupe, to me, he was like how Big Crit is. Big Crit, people know him.
I think Big Crit had his cult following though.
Yeah, like Lupe had a cult following.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I love Big Crit too, man. I do. And
he's very unappreciated.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, more unappreciated than Lupe.
Yeah,
for sure.
And why you think that?
I just don't. Anybody I talk to almost never knows who the fuck Big Crit is, and I have no idea why. He's a fucking legend, and nobody knows it. It's annoying. Most people know who the fuck Lupe is. At least when I speak to them, they know Lupe because of Superstar or Lasers or fucking what's the show goes on.
Yeah.
Like, it's easy to know those songs, but let me talk to you about Big Crit, The Vent, which is to me like one of Big Crit's best songs. Like, nobody knows what the fuck that is, especially because it's not a jam.
Yeah.
It's some shit you listen to and you're just like, oh wow, this is just an excellent song. Like, you can't even show your friends this shit.
Yeah, so
because like nobody wants to hear that shit. Like, for no good reason. You know, most people just don't want to listen.
Right.
You know, that's the shit they don't want to listen to. They're not ready for that conversation. You know.
Yeah. I'm gonna invite you to the round table, man. So where do you see yourself 5 to 10 years from now?
I don't know. I never try to look too far into what I'm doing. I just want to, like I said before, I just want to be the people. I want to be the sound that people need when they feel like they're not ready to hear anything, or like they don't want to hear anything, or they feel like there's no role models in their immediate life.
Right.
I want them to be able to press play on my music and be like, okay, I don't feel so alone, because that's what music was for me when I was a kid, or however old I was. Like, I still find songs these days that make me feel like I'm not alone, even when, you know, because you have those days. I don't know about everybody else. I have those days where I feel like
I got
alone.
them days, like, me and my wife talk about all the time. Like, people understand that you could be married, you could be in a relationship, you got business partners, but you still got your own life. You know what I'm saying? So you still got to be like, damn, bro, like, it's time for you to reflect. You reflect, like, damn, what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah.
I need to balance something out. You know what I'm saying? So it's you know, I tell people all the time, like, ain't nothing wrong with opening up to yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, talking to yourself, be like, all right, I did this wrong. Let me how I fix it. You know what I'm saying? Like, with me right now, I'm better than trying to figure out how I can be consistent, you know, going to the gym. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm 28. When I was 18 years old, I used to go to the gym every day.
Right.
Lose weight was nothing to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So right now, like I'm going through that. I'm like, damn, I'm trying to do this with my business, with the podcast. I'm about to have a baby.
Yeah,
I'm going to school. Like I'm trying to figure out how can I, you know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to feel bad about myself. You know what I'm saying?
I think we're all looking for that consistency, 100%.
Yeah.
Having that baby is a blessing.
Yeah, it is.
I have a 5-year-old daughter.
That's what's good, man.
Hey,
she's a wonderful person too.
Not gonna lie,
she's awesome.
It's not getting in the way of what you gotta do.
Right.
But you gotta compromise.
Right.
Through that child, you create a better existence.
Right.
Hopefully, through a wonderful human being a part of this life with everyone else. That's my perspective. I don't have my own child, but that's the way that I see it.
But he's my brother, so it's like your child.
Yeah.
So
I have a great time whenever I see her, for sure. So.
You better recognize that's your.
And you said y'all business partners, so that's our business.
No. This is a separate thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Redacted.
Our business is John G Hip Hop.
Okay.
Yeah, that's our shit. Okay. We have Hitlist Records as our record company.
Okay, so
it's our regular job.
Redacted.
Okay. So yeah, that's something that
How about this?
yeah. But what's it called? Hitlist Records.
Hitlist Records.
So what like the name and like why Hitlist Records?
We are the founders.
No, I'm saying, but like why like the name? Like why?
Because every song is a hit.
Right.
A list. It's a list of hit records. That's what. Yeah, we were just like, we spent months trying to figure it out. What are we gonna do? What's the name? What are we doing? And the same thing with his name, Entity. That's his producer name. And we just spent a lot of time bouncing ideas back and forth. And eventually we came up with Hitlist Records because it was just like a list of hit records. You know, that's what we want to do, is a list of hit records. Of course, you know that we want to have a lot of meaning behind it, but we want them to be hits too, of course, because for what reason are we doing this other than to reach as many people as we can?
Right. Yeah.
So,
as you grow, are y'all willing to have like other artists?
Yeah.
As y'all grow?
Oh yeah. We have other.
We have other artists.
Oh, y'all do?
We do, yeah.
Y'all gotta give me names.
We have artists that want to join us.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're
but
we want people to work, of course.
But we don't want people to work if they don't want to work.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong.
We need to see
you're either working or you're not.
In order for us to put you in our shit.
Right. I remember Chris Brown not too long ago. He was like, he got like his record label. I forgot the name of it, but the artists go through like a 2-year probation period. Yeah. So they go through that period, and then after that 2-year period, then they officially get signed to his label. I like that. Like I feel like people always in the rush to try to sign, but it's like they don't understand that even when you sign, you still gotta do the same routine. You gotta go even harder.
You gotta make other moves.
You know, because while y'all, as y'all grow, cause I see y'all growing. You know, you doing festivals and everything. A lot of artists gonna be trying to hit you up to make beats for them on the side besides your own artists. Like, you need y'all artists to.
We experience that as we speak.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, so
but either you pay me to do the beats, or I'm gonna just stick with my boy.
You gotta bring what you bring into the table, or don't talk. That's
it. So TGT is more of a partnership, or you signing them, or
TGT's
that's
kind of just our friends.
Family.
Their family.
Okay, yeah.
I want to call it family because everybody there, we completely fuck with and support 100%.
Yeah,
it's family for sure.
Like I said earlier, like we spoke about unity down here in Miami. Like we need that.
Yeah.
You know,
No, those are people that we are unified with. We fuck with them. We support them. Like I just said, they're all good people. Hayes, like I told you, it started off as a friendship more than anything. And those are the type of people like, hey, let's support each other mutually. And it might not be money right now, but maybe later on down the line. Or maybe I can support you with a platform that I have, or maybe
that's how you hustle.
Right.
Or you can support me with a platform that you have.
Right.
And we're always gonna treat it that way. And even if like
it's called networking.
Even if we just come along and we try to make something work and we end up just shooting the shit because we're just that cool with each other, then fine. At least we showed each other love and we furthered our existence through happiness. Because
we did what we had to do to make shit happen.
What are we here for other than to be happy? You know what I mean? It's not all money. It's not all success. That's for sure. It comes with the highs and the lows. So if we can be happy through the lows with each other, then that's it for me. That's all I need.
Listening for him was gangster.
It was dope as fuck. He was there.